everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. This is episode 18. Last time, we continued our journeys through Skyhold, 2 full episodes dedicated to Skyhold, and we still have a couple more things to do. We have to find the blacksmith. We also have to go to the Undercroft, because we've recruited an Arcanist, so we've still got a couple of people to meet, and then I believe one of our companions also wants to have a chat to us. Cullen wants to have a chat to us about something. There's an exclamation mark. So we're not leaving Skyhold just yet, but I'm personally not complaining. I more just kind of think it's kind of hilarious. Guess there's so much here, right? It's crazy. I guess... Oh, the blacksmith is also in the Undercroft. Okay, that makes sense. Keep the blacksmith in the basement.
Inquisitor?
The Arcanist has arrived.
You should see for yourself.
Maybe we should have actually gone down here first to meet with the blacksmith. Because we've gone straight to the Arcanist instead. I'm sure it'll all work out in the wash. Spooky. Oh. Plan out the design of the castle. I can customize this place? Hello there. Hello. So small. Hi.
Well, don't just stand there slack-jawed. Let's figure out what you need.
It's Dagna. Oh my god, it's Dagna. We sent you off to go and study at the Circle. Oh my god.
You're the magical advisor?
Oh, you're her. The Inquisitor. I'm Dagna. Arcanist Dagna. It's an honor, your worship. Is that it? The hand anchor mark? It's pretty. The breach was pretty too, in a destroy everything sort of way.
That's so cool. What happens if we don't send her off to the Circle then? Is it just replaced by someone else? Because I have questions. That's so cool. We sent Dagna off to go study at the Circle, and now she's become an Arcanist. That's amazing. That's so cool. Not what I expected.
You're not quite what I was expecting. You're a Dwarven Arcanist.
The only one? When you learn things everyone says you can't, you get to be the first. I don't need to tell you. I've looked at Harriet's devices. The precision is fantastic, but typical. Mundane. Old thinking.
Is what now?
No disrespect meant to the classical trades, but you need a new perspective. I've made adjustments. As long as I keep making them, you can craft just about anything. Almost safely.
This is so cool. Okay, give me your backstory, please. I need to know exactly what happened and what's been going on. That's fun. I think I keep saying Arcanist because my brain is like almost relating it to arsonist in terms of like pronunciation and how the word is generally laid out. But I need to get used to saying Arcanist, I guess, because I know it's arcane, but then my brain just shifts it to Arcanist when it's that word specifically. Yes, where did you study magic?
Where does a dwarf go to study magical theory?
Get out. I asked myself that question for years. Turns out, not in Orzammar. I had to start at a circle. I had help, though. A Grey Warden, and I am forever grateful. With that sanction, I visited a half-dozen circles. The wonders I've seen. And with an objective eye, I can spot where they overlap. That's a surprise for every teacher. It's a grand tradition, and it works so well with new thinking.
God, this is so wholesome. I love this so much.
You mentioned a Grey Warden who helped you start your studies.
Not any Grey Warden. The Grey Warden. The hero of Ferelden is a hero in Orzammar, too. I was beyond excited to meet another dwarf who had gone to the surface. It's incredible that someone like the hero of Ferelden would stop to help the little people. Literally.
Oh, that's so cool. I love how my previous characters doing things has ripple effects to just something like this. It's just so satisfying having played the previous games. Because usually you'd just be like, oh yeah, I don't know who this person is, if maybe this was your first Dragon Age or something. But it's so rewarding to have like even the smallest choices like come back in a way like this.
The Warden affected you in a special way.
Talk to anyone, they'll say the same. It was a dark time. There was one light. He saved us. He saved me.
Your years of study have paid off.
Oh yes, the mages said I brought a valuable perspective. I've even presented my work to the College of Enchanters. I wanted an exchange. The Surface could learn about lyrium smithing, and Orzammar would gain knowledge of magic. But now there's no college. And so far as the Shapeword is concerned, I'm castless. So you're getting my best work, Inquisitor. Let's make some great stuff.
I'm so proud of her. That's great. But also, like, at the same time, it is quite sad with how things have worked out, but she's making the most of a shitty situation. She's like, I can at least do this.
You gave up so much, left your home. Was it really that amazing?
Yes. I left my home and my family, but I just knew I could be more than a smith. I wish my people weren't stuck in the past, and I regret that my father couldn't imagine another life for me. But I don't regret what I did.
All right, rein it in. You have work to do.
Right, sorry. I get carried away when I think of it. Ready when you need me.
I'm the excited one.
What can I do for you?
You were quick to join the Inquisition. Is there something you want?
How could I waste a chance to get close to you? And Corypheus? My goodness. And actual physical rifts in the Veil? Also, dwarves? We don't dream. So, when mages talk about it, I can only, well, dream what it would be like. So there's that, and all the things you'll probably find, and what I'll get to make. The rules are different here. Plus, you're paying me a lot. Like, wow, so much.
We'll pay you a lot of money to be here. True. I love that it's like dwarves using the term dreaming as like a figure of speech because they don't really have anything else for it. They're like, well, I dream of it, you know? It's such an interesting perspective on how dreams is connected to the Fade, but then we have like daydreaming and like thinking about things, you know? A sub-level of dreaming.
What qualifies you to be an arcanist?
I took the title because I'm a magical researcher, philosopher, and master of practical application. And I like it. I can't actually do magic because I'm a dwarf, but that also means no risk of possession. Safer than a mage. It means that every skill I have, I've learned through reason and understanding. Coming from the Smith caste, I know the value of mastering a craft. Did you know dwarves invented enchanting? Probably.
Enchantment?
What is it you do, exactly?
I was born to the forge. That's literal in the Smith caste. So the hammer and tong, that's like a heartbeat. But you've a man for that already, and a good one. I'm here because of my passion for magic. Magical study, magical theory, magical enchantment, and through it, the manipulation of masterworks. I studied it all with an objective eye. No secrets, no fears. That lets me apply principles like no other. Maybe one other, but I don't have that wonky of a mind, so I still kinda win.
I wonder where Bowden and Sandal are during Inquisition. They've been in the previous two games. They like Bowden and Sandal wasted no time coming into Dragon Age 2. They were there from like the very start. I wonder if he's going to show up in Inquisition or whether they've moved on finally.
What's the story with enchanting?
Lyrium is the heart. In certain rational patterns, it beats like something alive. That's how I see it. So, a mage can make your weapons do things, but with the right runes, the right rarities, your toys become wonders. It's the one thing mages can't do. Drives them mad. Literally. Dwarves are resistant, so it doesn't affect us. Mostly.
You have the ability to make exceptional weapons and armor. Masterworks?
There's an art to the forge, as well as enchanting. You need an ear for it. And hands. Eyes, too. Nothing bad to say about Herod on that front. He's wonderful. But there's this little more needed. With the right bits, an edge can be more than an edge. Armor can do more than protect. A hue can be just a bit brighter. In short, smithing can be more. In short.
She loves to do her own little people puns.
Another time, Dagna.
Of course. Bring me what you want made, and I'll make sure it goes just right.
That's so cool. What a reunion for us, you know, as the player. That's cool. Okay. Special. Oh, it's got some more special shipments. I got some more special shipments. Staff, blade, and sword. And I got some schematics of the dragon. Cool. Oh, many things. Alright. Oh, storage! No shit. Oh, God. I was wondering if we were going to have storage, and I was so disappointed that we didn't have, like, a storage chest anywhere at Haven, and I was like, oh my God, please don't tell me we don't have any storage. Ah, now I don't have to sell everything. 1,000! Oh my God. 1,000. Oh, that makes me very happy, because now, like, everything that, like, yeah, now I can get rid of, like, the stuff I don't want to sell. That's amazing. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at these, weapons we got. We'll talk to Harriet first.
I've walked away from too many burning buildings for one lifetime. This place, though, it'll be alright. It's Inquisitor now, isn't it? That'll take some getting used to.
You think it's strange to say. It's stranger to hear.
Don't let it go to your head. We need you level. Everyone just got a big, hard reason to hate Corypheus. And we already did, but we didn't have a name. You're the surprise, not him.
We left in a hurry, but you got into your old place. Save anything?
Family hammer. It's as stupid as it sounds. It's good to be back at work.
How is this place shaping up as a forge?
Better than Haven ever could be. Not the way I wanted an upgrade, but ever forward.
This is a cool looking Undercroft though. It's pretty sick. Like, nice little way to pot down in the basement doing your work with your tools, get a nice little view outside. It's pretty good. Away from the noise. So, this is the only sort of reoccurring NPC from Haven, because all the other ones got replaced and are currently elsewhere, even though they survived. Can't replace the blacksmith.
You've got it all up and running.
Your basics, like always. There's space here for I don't know what. This place was built for something big. It'll be a job to fill it.
This place was built for something big. So big, in fact, that it takes 3 episodes just to explore it. Like, what the hell?
Any thoughts about our new tenant?
You sure she doesn't own the place? Acts like it.
No offense, it needed work.
And fine work she's done to it. And for you. Don't mind me. Been a lot of change lately. Cheery as sugared flowers she is.
I'll be back later.
I'll be here.
Cool. Okay, so there's some stuff we can do down here, like changing the designs of Skyhold or something. The Undercroft. Difficult, to be clear. We can add all the equipment our backs can bear, but structural changes are best avoided. With new walls and such, you need anchors to tie in new stone, which means excavation. I wouldn't go messing with the Undercroft. Seems like it was built to purpose, whatever that was. The whole keep has settled on top of it. It's weathered some serious heat and pressure. There are spots that feel like the inside of a forge, large spots. No idea what that means. It's as solid as you get, so fill it full of tools and toys, but there's a dwarven name for someone who tries to change an old build like that. Sodding fool. Structural evaluation for Lady Llewellyn's consideration. Lady Llewellyn. Yeah, call me Lady Llewellyn instead of Inquisitor. Sounds so nice. I've got my head so far up Star Wars' ass that whenever I hear Inquisitor, I just think of the Star Wars Inquisition, which is evil. I guess the Inquisition does also have a bad name, so we gotta work to turn that into something good. Alright, there's so much to do here. Tint armor. Armor tinting. Oh, okay. Well, hang on. Well, maybe it should be something that I wear. Hold on. Oh, we can change the colors. That's so cool. And it's not just like a set change for everything. Like, you change separate pieces. That is exceptional. Oh, that's a great detail. Like, they could have easily just had it be like set color changes for the whole thing, but you can customize different parts of it. That's awesome. The good thing is this is already kind of perfect, so I don't feel a need to change it necessarily. I'm looking at my options, but I don't feel the inherent need to change it, because I think they've done a good job with it anyway. I love that. That's really well done. I think I would love maybe a different color for the metal at some point, but that's good to know. Okay, we can change colors of things. That makes me very happy. Okay, tinting armor, cool. Crafting armor. Oh yeah, let's have a look in my inventory at the new stuff that we just picked up. So, what did we get? The Blade of Tunna Allied. The spread of red lyrium is inexorable, unending. The key for turning corrupted foes against their masters, this nightmarish practicality identifies the work as that of inimitable arcanist Dagna. Like all children of the stone, she doesn't have to worry how such experiments might affect her dreams. She keeps track of their names, though. That's about respect. So we got a unique dagger. We got a staff. God, that's cool, the skull. With a red lyrium blade coming out of it? So, I'm sorry, is that red lyrium? Is this dangerous to use? Excuse me? The spread of red lyrium is inexorable. Okay, it's got the same... Yeah, it's got the same thing. Okay, am I just casually wielding a red lyrium staff right now? This feels like the most dangerous thing that you could make. Does more DPS, but I lose out on my magic and my on kill plus 10 to magic for 10 seconds. Like, I kind of like my spell burst staff, so I might give this to someone else. Those are cool weapons. Give them to other people. Dorian, I'll probably give it to Solus, because Solus is going to be the one to come with me the most. Yes. And then I'll take off those. So there you go. Here's your red lyrium staff. Okay, take that off. You can have this. That's damage. 206 DPS and 193 DPS. Holy shit, Cole. And look at that red lyrium blade. God damn. That's cool. This is actually weaker than the swords that I've crafted, which is great. I've crafted some decent swords. Oh, look at that blade, though. It just, like, it looks so cool. Do we want one of our warriors to just end up like Knight Commander Meredith? Of course we do, apparently. I'm going to leave that alone. And it does actually, what is it? Plus 20 damage against the living. Cool. I'll leave that alone. I don't think we got any new armor, but we got schematics for it. So let's have a look. It's weird that we don't have any helmets to craft, because the helmets that we've been given in the game so far, yeah, not very good. Alright. Medium armor of the dragon. So we've unlocked like medium and heavy armor of the dragon, I think. Which stops being quite good for a mage. So probably not a good idea. But I'm pretty sure the armor of the dragon is limited to, yeah, it's limited to me only, but you can only do it heavy if you're a warrior, and I think mediums if you're a rogue. So I can only have my normal light armor. But that's okay, because I think you can still make it good. I can just keep crafting this with more materials and make it give it a good armor rating. 80 maximum health is not bad. I like what I might do is I might craft this for me because I do quite like this armor, and then I'll give that the armor I currently have to Solus so he can wear something that doesn't look super silly. The only funny thing about giving that to him that I think is kind of hilarious is I associate that specific armor piece I associate that specific armor with me, so it makes it just look like he's wearing my clothes now. Imbued vigorous dragon armor, 12 magic and 80 health. So crafted that. So I'm gonna put that on. Good stuff. I'm gonna change the color of it, and then I can give this to Solus. So that's cool. It just looks like he's wearing my clothes. It's like the opposite of like having a girlfriend that wears your hoodies, but I've got a boyfriend that wears my battle mage armor. You know? Alright, let me change the color of my dragon armor because I don't like that green. That's awful. Alright, this is what we want to change. The serpent stone is cool though, like having like green metal. That's pretty neat. We have onyx. I like that it's inexpensive. It only costs 1. Oh, the bear hide leather. Canine leather. This is cool seeing all of this actually... Oh, I like that. Seeing all of this come into fruition. Phoenix scales. Look at these. That dragonling scales, that's a must. Look at that red. Okay, then we'll change this. We'll get rid of this green. And I guess we'll find other ones throughout the course of the game, maybe that'll give us even better colors. I'm feeling that maybe. Let's change the cloth. That blue is too much. You need like a subtle blue like that. I hate the plaid weave. Alright, I think we'll go for this blue. I'm not exactly sold on this yet though. I don't know. This is hard to get it exactly how I want it, I think. Makes me wonder if there are other materials yet to discover that we might find that can improve it. I like that red for the dragonling scales, but I kind of wish that everything else could be potentially a different color. But this is very cool. I like that this is in here. Even the nug skin actually looks quite nice with that. Alright, I'm going to commit to the dragonling scales. That's nice. Tinted. I'm not going to bother about the helmet. I am really liking this. This is great. Oh, I have a sigil as well, don't I? We have Sigil of the Great Bear. So it gives me maximum health, and mana and stamina, and more regen. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Customizing. Now, Skyhold customization. Change the Inquisition's banners. Oh my god, look at all the things that I can do here. Remember when I said that we were going to leave Skyhold and then you just check out the Undercroft? Oh, you can have a Grey Warden one. That looks cool. Yeah, let's represent the Tevinter Imperium. Where do we see these flags? It feels weird to, like, for lore reasons, to have anything else besides the Inquisition and maybe Dalish for my character. Everything else just doesn't really seem to make sense that you would, like, put up. I'm just going to keep it at Inquisition. Change the centerpiece in my bed. Ooh. Ooh. What the hell? Let's invite Bull to our bed. Do you think he'd like our decor? I'm gonna do that one. Drapery. You know, wow, there's a lot of unknown stuff. I wonder if this is like Frostback Basin and Parvolin is like maybe some DLC stuff, maybe. Heraldry, okay. This is cool. Choose the heraldry that appears around Skyhold. There's an unknown one. Let's just become all Canary and we'll just put a bunch of Canary stuff everywhere. And everyone's gonna go, weird. These are cool. The basic one is just nothing. I'm surprised it's not even Inquisition that's picked. I'm gonna pick I guess considering we represent different aspects of, like, you know, Thedas, and we're all bringing in people and being all friends, then you can have different things everywhere. But I think we're gonna have I'm gonna do Dalish. I'm gonna represent myself there. Personalized decor. We can put some of those around, or Canary women on the walls. Yep, let's put some Canary women on the walls. I can't wait to see what this is going to look like. Ah, oh, nice. We can customize our... we can change the throne. That's pretty sick. This feels like too much. We're like sitting on our throne in judgment of people and like surrounded by my Canary statues. That's gonna have some questions. Let's do a Dragonmore throne. And then my windows, you can customize the stained glass windows. Holy shit. They really put a lot of thought into this, I feel. That's awesome. I like this. Yeah, Frostback Basin windows. That's awesome. I can't wait to see what that's going to look like when we actually look around the place. It's much more than I thought that we'd get. That's kind of amazing. We can make some blades. Longsword of the Dragon looks really cool. See if we can craft this. Oh, here we go. Hang on. This is the Masterwork thing, and it gives you a Masterwork ability. Okay, so this now makes sense, these rare materials that we've picked up. Fade Touched Paragon's Luster. Heal 20% of damage taken over 10 seconds. Berserk, plus 10 damage bonus, 100% damage from all sources. And a 20% chance of Masterwork, plus 10% to stats on success. Isn't this what we're doing? We're masterworking it? This Masterwork material gives a chance for critical crafting. Okay. Let's try this one. Cool. This is pretty weak compared to the swords that I've currently got. I can't make this very strong. So this won't be better than... This won't end up being a better weapon than what I've got, unfortunately. But I don't know what is going to happen if we do masterworking. So we're just going to, like, we'll just check it out. We'll see what happens. Let's get critical damage bonus. And just maybe just increase the critical damage, critical chance. We'll just do critical damage bonus of 20%. Let's craft this bad boy. Crafted a deadly broadsword. 20% chance of masterwork. Don't know what we've done there. Not sure if, like, I would know if the masterwork actually went successfully, but that's why I tried that one, I guess, because we have 3 iron bark, so I was like, yes, we'll see. Maybe I should have just done the Masterwork Wave Blade, because that goes up to 128 DPS.
2 hours later.
So I've reloaded a couple times to try and see if I can actually get this 20% chance of Masterwork to happen, and it will not happen. So we're just going to go for Fade Touched Paragon's Luster instead. So it seems that we can have a either the chance to masterwork it, despite this being called a masterwork blade, or we can get an ability put onto it. So we'll do that. I think I missed my masterwork opportunity for the armor that I created as well, but that's okay because we'll just end up probably crafting a new one later on once we get better materials. So it is what it is. So an enduring strong broadsword, and it has an ability to heal 20% of damage taken over 10 seconds. So there you go. Now it's have an item enchanted, which I think is done through Dagna.
Where'd you learn to hammer? Ready to answer the great mysteries. It'll be wonderful.
It'll be wonderful. Okay.
Dagna, show me what you can do.
Do you want fire? The first ask is always fire. It's fire, isn't it? Here's how it goes. Bring me the rare stuff for enchanting or masterworks and prep it here just like normal. Except it's not normal. It's manipulation of primal forces, and I'll make sure it goes just right. You'll see. Let's see together.
Okay. Is there an enchantment? Enchantment? Is it in modify weapons then?
Always like this. Who needs the view?
Look at that blade. It's evil. Oh my god. Corrupting rune. Okay. I've got nothing upgrades available.
Ready to answer the great mysteries. It'll be wonderful.
You seemed impressed by the anchor. What does it look like to you?
I heard what everyone says what you heard Corypheus say. That's a long chain of who said what's. To me, it says key. But keys do a lot of things. Open, lock, switch. Some open one thing, some open everything. It sounds like Corypheus made it to open, but it looks like you can use it to close. It may be that simple. It sure is pretty. Wish I could see through it.
He wants to open the heavens.
Dagna, show me what you can do.
Here's how it goes. Bring me the rare stuff, except it's not normal. They'll all see.
Okay. So as long as we make it here, it's fine. I guess I can't enchant a weapon yet, I don't think. So I've got crafting. I got a bunch of stuff. I'd assume it would be in modify weapons, but I can't even do it with what I've just created. And I'm assuming the enchantment comes with the runes, but we don't have any runes. So I guess we'll just have to come back at a later date. That's fine. I have to retint my armor because I reloaded my save. So let me just quickly... We know what we were picking, so that's fine. We can easily go back to what it was. Okay, good show. So that's the Undercroft. That's our storage, which is really nice. And we've got a blacksmith, and Dagna is here. What a goddamn experience in the Undercroft. That's cool. Okay, that's that done. Now everything else looks to be related to like fitting the place out and doing some crafting. So we're going to move on from that now. And we are going to go and check out some other things. I'm not sure exactly which quest I'm going to go for, but I think we're going to just leave Skyhold after talking with Cullen. And then we'll see where that takes us. I know that we've got our war table things. There we go. I can see some of my stuff that I've put up. My Dalish drapery, or my whatever they're called. My heraldry. I have to check out the throne as well. I forgot about that. My dragon throne. Okay, let's get updates on everyone's missions here. formal document with impeccable filigree. The Inquisition is a sight to behold, the command of legions, hearts, and minds. It is worthy, your Inquisitor is worthy, and my masters are pleased. I will bring my wares, and together we will extend your reach ever further. Now you trade not just in treasures, but in will. The esteemed Faris the representative. Influence gained. Dorian's request. Dorian's leads were effective. The Inquisition found several locations where these Venatori could be hiding. Advanced camps, purpose unknown. If you wish to deal with these mages, I'm certain Dorian would be pleased. I'll mark the locations on your map should you pass by any on your travels. Inquisitor, while most of Haven has been destroyed, the Chargers recovered some lost gear, still intact. They also recovered a number of enemy corpses in hopes they might help your experts understand more about the enemy we face. Lieutenant Cremisius Alcasi. Thanks, Crem. Alright. Those missions done. We're slowly getting through our Ferelden missions.
I have something for you, Commander. The soldiers the Herald rescued from the Fallermire arrived an hour ago.
Thank the Maker. We need good news.
This might be a good idea for us to get some resources for certain crafting materials as well, actually. Source of herb embryon and the obsidian stone, and it only takes like 13 minutes, but I feel like it's better to send our team on the bigger missions first. We got news to the crew, a young hopeful, a note in careful handwriting from the youth who recently arrived. To the Inquisition, I found bandits stalking your patrols. They are the usual kind, and I can show your people where they are. I have tried to stop them, but they have swords and I don't. If you have extra, I will help. I want to help. D. Sutherland. If we have the location, just eliminate them, put the boy to work elsewhere. If the boy knows where they are, outfit him. It is a minor threat. Oh, send him off? No, I don't think so. We'll have Leliana eliminate them. I feel like if we just outfit him and send him off, he'll die.
Inquisitor.
Leliana can get people to deal with that. Thanks for the intel, and go work elsewhere. Now, Orlais. Judgment. The magic used in Redcliffe. Alliances, observing the deadlock, the Serpent of Navarra, investigating Hunter Fell, a friend in Carinus, and then we've also got resources, Emerald Grave resources, Truth or Dare, Lake Celestine. Okay. Cullen is not participating in this mission, so I guess it'll just be for Josephine. Comte de Moria is a distant relation of the Empress. We should speak with him first. So this is the region between Lake Celestine and the shores of the Waking Sea is known as the Heartlands, a place of vineyards and gilded marble estates. So they're spending money like water. Which to pursue? Let's send Josephine on that one because it's money matters. And then let's find something for Cullen to do, shall we? Based on the revelation at Haven that Venatori operatives report to a darkspawn believed to be Magister Corypheus, threat assessment of possible Venatori have been reprioritized as vital. Duke Tithus Pentagast, hello, rules the Navarran city of Hunterfell, a former military hero who prided himself on his open-minded attitude. Duke Tithus rules with the help of a secret network of old adventuring companions and possible lovers, as they are all rumored to be beautiful women. Information on the 5 bells of Hunterfell is limited, but they are known to include humans from both Orlais and Ferelden, an elf, a dwarf, and even a Talvashoth. Known or suspected backgrounds range from respected Mortalitasi or dragon hunter to bard, smuggler, or even apostate. We believe one of the 5 bells of Hunterfell is a Venatori agent working to advance the agenda of Corypheus. Interesting. A bard's reputation precedes her, even if she wishes otherwise. I can uncover more about her. Dragon hunting is a noble sport, usually. I should be able to find out about this hunter, and Cullen says, I have friends among the Templars. They might know more about this supposed apostate. Interesting. So there's like... It's believed one of the 5 bells is a Venatori agent, and it looks like these 3 is talking about whether we're going to find out information about the Dragon Hunter, the Bard, or the Apostate. So that makes it interesting. I'm not sure how this will proceed. Let's send Cullen about the supposed apostate. Right. We'll see what happens. And then they're on a mission and I can move on with my life. We're slowly getting through this war table. Okay. Venatori killed with Dorian, so I guess we need to have Dorian with us when we do that. Let's go find where Cullen is, because he wishes to have a chat on the battlements. Alright, this throne. Yeah, cool. Look at that. Oh man, that's fucking cool. Yes. Yes, my throne looks mighty impressive, doesn't it? Awesome.
Inquisitor?
Okay, I need to get over there.
We'll make good use.
Oh yeah, Sarah's in the tavern now as well. I don't know if that's going to change anything with her, but we will come back later for that. Hard in Hightown, Chapter 5 by Varric Tethris. Javelin was waiting outside the captain's office when Donan Branokovic slunk out, defeated. We're not getting a warrant, are we? Javelin looked almost relieved. No. Donan met his partner's eyes. The kid was barely 20 and looked like he'd walked straight to the Kirkwall barracks from somebody's potato farm. Taller and broader than the other guards, Javelin slouched as if he didn't know how to fit into his own limbs, as if he thought he should be smaller. Hunched over in his brand new, too large armor, he looked like a child playing at being a guard. He was too green for a murder investigation. Maybe it's for the best, Javelin said, almost speaking Donan's thought out loud. You're on your way out of the guard, and I'm... He trailed off, then sighed. Questioning nobles in the middle of the night wasn't covered in training. Donan glared at the kid. I'm a city guard. So are you, recruit. Nobody gets away with murder while we're on duty. Javelin stood a little straighter. What do we do then? The captain wants proof. We bring her proof.
Strangest thing. When I reached down, my dagger was gone. Just gone. Know where I found it? In a barrel. The thing was filled to the brim with daggers. Got the strangest feeling. I know someone took it right off my belt, but I can't recall who.
Cole. I love how we're hearing so many things about Cole. Dude. Hello. Are these Bull's charges? Because we just casually have a Canary hanging out with us. That isn't Iron Ball. Look at his... Is that a bunch of... That's a bunch of bird skulls? Who's this guy? And look at the... Look at the design of this. The animal skull pauldrons. The fucking giant bear neck piece. Who is this? That's so just like well designed for just like a random dude that's just chilling. Oh, this is Cullen's room. Okay. He's not usually just outside. Okay.
Inquisitor, I've found where the Red Templars come from. Therenfall Redoubt. The Knights were fed red lyrium until they turned into monsters. Samson took over after their corruption was complete.
How do you know Samson?
He was a Templar in Kirkwall, until he was expelled from the Order. I knew he was an addict, but this... Red lyrium is nothing like the lyrium given by the Chantry. Its power comes with a terrible madness.
I really like this because essentially it's not been too far since we did the alternate mission, right, of Champions of the Just. It hasn't been too far in, and we did that and we found out this information, and it's cool that you get this information of like what actually happened there a short while after, so it's not like you're left in the dark for too long, and then essentially you can kind of put two and two together when you're in your Heart Shall Burn quest, and you can see that everyone's just red lyrium crazy. So this is cool to get this information.
The Red Templars swarming Haven were proof enough.
We cannot allow them to gain strength. The Red Templars still require lyrium. If we find their source, we can weaken them and their leader.
I like finding the Red Templars' vulnerabilities before fighting them head-on.
We'll need every advantage against what courses through their veins. Caravans of red lyrium are being smuggled along trade roads. Investigating them could lead to where it's being mined. If you confront them, be wary. Anything connected to Samson will be well guarded.
Nice. He's mad about this one. Smuggling letters found. Okay, codex unlocked. Samson. Dude. Evil! I want this made clear to every man and woman in our army. Do not challenge the Red Templars' leader, General Samson, on your own. You may have heard stories of how Samson used to be a Templar in Kirkwall until he was thrown out of the order, that he became a vagrant begging for coin to buy Illyrium. That man no longer exists. The fiend who attacked us at Haven had the strength of a dozen men. Samson has the training of a Templar and all the power of Red Lyrium at his command. For those who did not see it firsthand, he is as dangerous as any demon, perhaps worse. Treat him as such. I will hold personally accountable any officers who do not communicate this order to their soldiers. Letter from Commander Cullen. Okay. So I think, was this the guy that was like stood next to Corypheus when Cullen was like, I recognize that guy? Because I don't, which is really interesting. There's a lot of characters that I will remember and recognize, and then I'm not entirely sure. I'm assuming that Samson would have been in Dragon Age 2 at some point. For some reason, it doesn't ring a bell. Oh, Cullen gets a little attic bedroom arrangement. Look at that beautiful light in the morning. Natural alarm clock. Nice. Also love finding the Hard in Hightown books around. I just think that's so good. And I like how much it continues on from Dragon Age 2 in that regard as well. That it's just such a neat little thing. I'm pretty sure I would have read... I thought that I read these, but they're still showing up. I think those are the ones we can't read, but we can read this one. Way of the Rift Mage. Oh, this is one of the... Okay. From Power Bleeds, Harness the Flow. Your trainer's words make one passage stand out. Oh, maybe that's why we couldn't read these books upstairs yet, because you needed to speak to those weird specialization people. That might make sense. You just couldn't read them early. There are no tomes dedicated to this manipulation. There has been no time for academics, only the practical, not in a manner that mitigates risk. Power in a raw form has found an outlet, both visible and in ways that only we of arcane proclivity can sense. The risk is great. An account. From this page forward, these are the notes of Thelric. They began as the work of my mentor Julian, and I will continue in the research she began, as she cannot, because she is dead. The rift we were examining did not react well to our last investigation. We believed ourselves prepared for demonic manifestation. We were not prepared for how the energies we expected would be encountered. Well versed in the forces that magic can produce, my senior was surprised by an alteration. A deviance, that which previously had to be coaxed, is now a flood that must be staunched. The same amount in different intensity, quick to expose fault in the way it is accessed. She drew too much, expecting resistance. There was none, and her form suffered the brunt. Tread carefully in studies of new matters, for I cannot unsee the end of her. Scattered symbols, skimbals, and sketches follow. Okay. Well, let's see if we can prove this theory correct. Let's run up here to these library books that we couldn't interact with last time. I think it was... I'll read that book on the floor as well, but I think it was these. I still can't read it. I can't fucking read, dude. I can't fucking read. Or I can't read those books. That's fine. I don't care about knowledge and reading. Way of the Necromancer. It's definitely connected to them, right? There you go. I guess they've added these around the place. From Mortalitasi, for the living, the dead. The words of speaker via Synaxis make one passage stand out. We are of this world, and as with any piece that seeks to leave its element, there is a void when we abandon the mortal. It must be that this would hold our returning to the Maker. It must be that we should seek balance. It must be that the Maker's first children aid the second. An account. Breath ceased on the hour exactly. We felt his absence in that moment, and we were ready. It was gentle, and all were calmed by the signs of spirit entering, knowing there would be no chains on their loved one. Unfettered, he would find the side of the Maker. But that was not for the training for the battlefield. I had heard the accounts and knew my role, and I was ready. Then our warriors signaled the charge, and I was not ready. Breath was not stilled by the hour and was not gentle, and I was sore afraid. Then the enemy countered, and I saw blades come for the good men whom I had stood beside, and I would not allow it. The dead who had fallen, I bid their forms to serve, and it was the turn of our foes to know fear. But I had peace, for I had granted the fallen greater purpose, and in doing had honored life by protecting it. Detailed ritual instructions follow. There you go. Maybe we'll just have to wait for those books later. Okay. I'm leaving Skyhold. I'm committing to leaving Skyhold. 2.5 episodes of Skyhold, and we can go now. Okay. We have earned our freedom. Okay. The Black Emporium. That seems fitting, doesn't it? Because we've put off this for so long, right? Because we weren't allowed to read it, which is kind of the funny part. We weren't allowed to read it until we got past In Your Heart Shall Burn. So we haven't even been able to go here. I wonder if Varric has anything to say about it, because he used to visit here. I wonder if any of these characters have things to say about it. I feel like Cole might be able to get some... Maybe he'll have some cool insight. I don't know. Let's go. We'll bring everyone here eventually, I suppose. Let's see what the Black Emporium looks like in Dragon Age Inquisition. Ooh, okay. Codex unlocked. The Black Emporium. Oh, this one gets a different image compared to the rest. Look at that. It gets a unique Black Emporium one. That's amazing. It is a myth, of course, nothing more. Tales of a mysterious underground shop run by an immortal, perhaps undead, proprietor who peddles impossible and implausible goods have circulated for decades among the Templars, and now and then a zealous or curious knight will go looking for the place to no avail. Stories place the Black Emporium in Kirkwall's Dark Town, the sewers of Valreo, in the back of an empty boathouse in Lemerin, at the top of a tower in Marnus Pell, and hidden beneath the skirts of the giant statue of Andraste at the Murdain. No reputable source has ever found it, and none ever will, because it does not exist. You will, of course, hear the standard justifications. It appears only to the worthy. It appears only to the invited. It is hidden by blood magic. It exists only in the Fade. Rubbish. There is no magic that can hide an entire shop full of trinkets from the eyes of a seeker of truth. And I am not just saying that because I searched for 6 months and didn't find it. Shut up, Tristan. Amazing. From a letter by Seeker Benedict to Divine Justinia V. Let's have a chat with Xenon, shall we?
Urchin, bring me a moist towelette.
Ugh. Is that Urchin? It's like a mini polar bear. It is a mini polar bear. Oh, God. Xenon's all... Okay. Is he much, much larger than he was in Dragon Age 2? And he's also not...
We had a visitor the other day. Turned out to be a Venatori.
God, he's very loud, isn't he?
We fed him to the monster under the floorboards.
Okay.
He made a delightful crunching noise. Ah! Are they all like that?
It's the exact same layout, but different. Like, the mirror's there, but I'm pretty sure he was contained last time. And I don't recall as much... Oh, God, the polar bear's gone. I don't recall as many... voices. Oh my God. What is that? That's not a nug. What is that? What is that? Can I have one?
Handle the mirror with care. It has been known to bite.
God, the design of that is so cool. Weapons and accessories. Oh, that is 17,000 gold. Okay. Earnest Reprisal. Oh, and they've all got novels. They've all got novels of flavor text. Holy crap. I can afford some of these, but they are for level 18. They are for well above me. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, let's read them. I mean, we were going to read them. I was just thinking, should I read them now? Should I read them later? But let's have a read, shall we? Earnest Reprisal. Ernest Artelli lost his voice permanently due to a terrible fever during his tenure as prelate of the Order of Mortalitasi in the 45th year of the Exalted Age? The 7th Age. Oh no, hang on. Storm. It says Storm right next to it. I'm like trying to guess it. 745. In the 45th year of the Storm Age, this forced Artelli to find other ways to communicate with his fellow death mages, including writing on a small slate, hand gestures, and most frequently angrily shaking his staff at subordinates who failed to attend to his instructions quickly enough. The last had the unintended consequence of occasionally setting fires in the vicinity. More than one acolyte fled the irritated prelate's office with charred robes. By the 47th year of the Storm Age, every Mortalitasi in Navarra knew to watch the prelate's staff for signs of Ernest's imminent reprisal. Cool. The Black Emporium and reading, they come hand in hand, by the way. In Dragon Age 2, we did a whole entire episode that was reading every single DLC item, their codex entries, and then visiting the Black Emporium. Okay, Demon's Advocate. Okay. According to an Oldavar legend, Athane once had 2 daughters, both great warriors, who argued constantly about everything. If one thought it might rain, the other expected drought. Did the mountains rise up, or the sky slope down? Their debates were ceaseless and more often than not ended in blows. At last, to have a moment's peace in the hold, the Thane sent both daughters out to hunt a wyvern that stalked the mountainside, saying that they must not return until they agreed the beast was dead. So the daughters took up a great hammer and a 2-handed blade and went into the deep forest to seek the beast's death. So did they wander, arguing about the colour of the leaves and the angle of the ground, that they forgot what they sought and whence they'd come. Their squabbling drove the wyvern away quite by accident, but the two went on hunting they knew not what, for they could not agree to stop. They wander still, so the Avar say. Though they found the devil's great hammer and blade, no sign of the warriors themselves was ever discovered, save an occasional echo of dispute heard far off in the mountains. Yeah, let me just play Demon's Advocate here. The Foul Wind. Restriction, not Varric. Sir Leonidas Pontival of Nordbotten, famed archer of the Anderfells and rumoured to be one of the king's assassins, loved one thing and one thing only, ducks. Everything he owned was emblazoned with their image, from his armour to his underthings. The gardens on his estate held over 40 duck ponds. Entire migrations of mallards and teals would divert course hundreds of leagues to feed on his grounds. The day he died, the massive flocks all took off from the grounds in a single movement, creating a great blizzard of shed feathers. When the down settled, no trace of the knight's estate remained save the smell. Interesting. My first thought, as soon as I read the word ducks and then all of the other birds, I was like, don't let shale near that place. Misfortune's Bite. Ancient, yet still so sharp it could slice through a silk handkerchief tossed lightly upon its blade, crafted by an Alamari smith whose name is lost to time. The axe was wielded by dozens of men and women, all who met their downfall while in possession of it. Ulster Wolfhand tripped on an exposed tree root and sliced his own throat. Lady Morgana of Amaranthine slept with it under her blankets and rolled upon it in the night, gutting herself. Sir Philippe d'Andel nicked a thumb while testing its sharpness. Thinking the injury inconsequential, he put it out of his mind, at least until the wound festered into a fatal poisoning of the blood. Ban Gilroy of West Hill raised it above his head at the climax of his speech to rally his men and was struck by a bolt of lightning out of a clear sky. Comtesse Simone of Savarin believed she could circumvent ill luck by displaying the axe. It fell off its honoured place above her mantle one night, cleaving her skull in two. Most now believe the weapon cursed. Only the foolhardy dare dismiss the countless deaths and maimings as mere accidents. Amazing. 315 DPS. Aurora's Freedom, 370 DPS. Damn, those daggers really hit hard. Aurora was a woman of Alamari descent who lived in Minrathous at the height of the Imperium's glory. She was born into slavery and bought by a powerful mage who became enchanted with her beauty and intelligence. The two eventually fell in love. The mage promised to free Aurora and marry her once he had earned a seat on the Magisterium. Aurora waited years for her mage, bowing to his every whim, but when he finally attained his coveted position, he broke his promise to Aurora and married a fellow Altus Magister. Aurora was given to the mage's bride as a gift, required to serve as her handmaid at the wedding. Heartbroken, Aurora resolved to take her life that night. The head of the mage's personal guard had watched their story unfold. Her sympathies lay with Aurora, not the master she served. She convinced Aurora that it was the cruel, deceitful mage who deserved death, and gave her a dagger that had been enchanted to addle the mind, making spell casting impossible. Aurora killed the mage and his new wife as they slept, taking her revenge and her freedom in one night. God damn, that is a brutal story. Path to Glory. A unique shield. This shield bears the mark of the great smiths of Hallam Sharal from the second and last Elven Kingdom. The gentle curves and knots in its design were made to evoke the beauty of nature, of leaves and petals. Inscribed on the shield's inner lip is the Elven phrase Suledin Gilana Hanin. However, close inspection reveals inexpertly made scratches on the word Suledin, proving that the phrase originally read Sulevin Gilana Hanin. There's a typo. Okay. Those were the weapons. Now we read Schematics of Legend. Oh, we don't read them, but we have a look. Sulevin Blade, Staff of Corruption, and Archon Fire Staff. These are very expensive. Perseverance, Axe of the Dragon Hunter. These are tier 3 level. Wrath of Levias, Sundering, Grunsman's Bow, the Bow of the Beresard, the Barbarian Rock Crasher. There's some really cool things in here. Winter's Breath, Shield of the Emperor. We can get some of these. Darkspawn Alpha Shield. We'll have to take a look in some of these. Weapon crafting looks really good in this game. Like, the way that you can adjust all the stats and appearances of things and then get them enchanted and there's masterworking involved. It definitely feels very fleshed out, which I like. Crafting. You can buy crafting materials. Oh, yes. And they're not that expensive. And there's an unlimited amount of them. Okay, I like that. Thank you, Black Emporium. Very cool. Instead of me having to run around the fields, which we'll probably be doing anyway, we can actually buy these. And we can actually look at what they will give us. Now, obviously, this looks to be every single crafting item in the game, which is also other locations that we haven't been to yet. So I probably won't be purchasing crafting items, crafting materials I'm not aware of. I don't know, that feels like a fairness thing. So I'll probably only get things that I'm aware of that I need, and then we can get to crafting. That might be an off-screen little adventure I have with crafting materials and building stuff, you know, because that's just kind of like fumbling around in menus for ages. But that's cool. I'm glad that we can buy crafting materials. I like that a lot. And then there's a lot of stuff to buy in here as well. Got some masterwork items. Nice. Sorry, excuse me. That went down the wrong way. Let's read this. God, he's so massive. Let's read this. Xenon the Antiquarian. I left the Black Emporium empty-handed for 2 reasons. First, most of the items were priced far beyond what I could afford. Correct. Second, I spent most of my short time there trying to sate my curiosity about its proprietor. I found myself stealing glances at the antiquarian from behind piles of books, between shelves, and at one point over a basket of mismatched socks. There he sat, petrified in the center of the emporium, skin of waxy grey over the ancient taut sinew, moaning in a voice so dry and brittle it sounded like the snapping of twigs after a drought. A girl of not more than 12 scurried to and fro to fulfill his numerous requests. Another patron noticed my fascination and told me that the girl, most likely an urchin rescued from the street, was responsible for the needs of the antiquarian, feeding, washing, and the like. So impossibly old is he and so fragile his skin, he can only tolerate the barest whisper of touches from the smallest and most tender of his servants. Only in this way may he come close to his lost youth, said the man. I was surrounded by objects of legend, yet none fascinated me as did the antiquarian. From a journal page found in Kirkwall's Dark Town, written by an unknown author. Okay. And he'd just be saying shit.
Yeah, the Red Templars are trying to find this place. Not if I can help it.
Okay, Palpatine. Mirror of Transformation.
Just break everything.
Now, last time we used the Mirror of Transformation as Hawk, we shaved our beard and gave ourselves a mustache. What we are going to be changing is, imagine if we just completely let's just completely change. We're going to customize, and we're going to go straight to the mouth, and we're going to give ourselves an Adam's apple. That's right. We're going to go to makeup, and we're going to go to lip shine, and we're going to go, whoop, none of that. No more milky lips. It's done. No more milky lips. I don't really know if I need or want to change anything else. I might fix my jaw and cheekbone arrangement, because whenever I'm at this angle, my face is like kind of weirdly shaped. I'm going to play around with my face, make some minor plastic surgery adjustments, and then we'll continue. Okay, do you think that Iron Bull would approve of this? Redheads allowed to ride the horns? We can just dye our hair for a little while. It's so weird because like every other hair color just feels so cursed. I'm so used to the dark hair. Go for my platinum hair. We could do red for a little while as a joke, right? Like dyed red or like ginger orange, you know? Like this feels like dyed red hair, and then this feels like the more like natural redhead ginger. But it just doesn't work for me. I can't do it. We have to continue the black. But I have fixed up. No more lip shine. That is gone. So that is just plain lips. No more milky lips. And then I think I fixed my little cheekbone jaw issue. So I think we're good. I can accept my changes.
You
freeze frame.
went with that.
Oh, yes. Beautiful. Lovely. Okay. And
We had a visitor the other day. Turned out to be a Venatori.
alright. And we're ready to leave.
To the monster under the floorboards.
The animals that roam these holes are very, very, very concerning. God, he is so loud. That's like the loudest dialogue available in the game. He is just like yelling in my ears. All right, we're gonna go back to Skyhold because we've got the war table. They're ready to report in. I don't know why we choose our party when we go to the Black Emporium. I don't know why we choose a party when we go back to Skyhold. Because I legitimately can't have people in my party. I run around on my own. This is really strange. I guess it must just be the default traveling feature. Whenever you travel to a new place, the game is like, pick your party, even though you can't even walk around with them. It's weird. Okay, and here we are on our own again. But we need to check our war table operations. Maybe we should judge another person while we're here too. And then we're going to go back to the hinterlands because, god damn it, there's so much to do there, and we've just been doing everything else. There's so many more locations opening up that I feel like we now need to try and complete quests in areas as much as we can, you know? Summon the council. Okay. The bandits we were warned about are gone. Tell the Sutherland boy thanks. Perhaps he can join the kitchen staff. Well, at least he's alive, right? I feel like he would have died if we...
Skyhold does seem more secure than Haven.
Only if we have the numbers to defend it. A place like this serves no purpose without enough people to make the running worthwhile.
Cullen just seemed like he was ready to get that dude killed. Alright, investigate Hunter Fell. A letter to Commander Cullen with information on the apostate. All I can say for certain about the apostate is when asked why she had not joined the circle, she declared that the chant of light was for humans and meant nothing to her. I hope this information helps. Okay? Continue investigation. An excerpt from a Ben Hasrath information report. We still have neither race nor background information on the Venatori agent in Hunter Fell. The Bells are effectively nobility in the city. Any information about them is protected. We have confirmed that the Tal Vashoth, whatever else she may be, is not a mage. Whether she is or was one of Duke Tithus's lovers, she now appears to be in a relationship with the smuggler. Okay? An Orlesian woman in Hunter Fell might have a fondness for items from home.
We cannot neglect our soldiers' training.
Perhaps I can find out what she wears.
Our allies cannot take the same route through the mountains we did.
Tal Vashoth cannot hide her reputation easily, no matter how protective she is. Let my ladies ask about her, and let me try to find out more about the Mortalitasi. Alright, I guess we'll take Josephine for this one.
At your service.
Truth or dare? Madame Ambassador, I will be honoured to accept your invitation. I shall make arrangements to pay the Inquisition a visit presently, as I have been most curious to see your organization for myself. Comte Renald de Moria. Nice. We now have Judgment, the magic used in Redcliffe. Alexius has been put to work as a magical researcher for the Inquisition. The spell he used in Redcliffe was incredibly complex. Even he doesn't understand all of the theory behind it, but he has confessed it was only possible to cast because the breach has thinned the veil. Alexius can look into applications of the theory for safer use. How interesting. Alexius has been given all the books and equipment he requires. Let us see if he will prove useful. So we kept him alive, and this is the result.
Let's see what we have.
Liliana's off doing that. Observing the deadlock. It was to be expected. In the wake of so many important deaths and the rise of the Inquisition, several noble houses are attempting to spur their fortunes by crafting an alliance of their own. For now, they seem mired in arguments of seniority. It will be a long time before any of them threaten our standing. I suggest someone be offered as an ambassador of the Herald, not the Inquisition, if only to let them know in a non-threatening way that we are watching. Let them squabble on their own, and I say invite them to observe our soldiers' training to show that we are not heretical outlaws. That's an interesting one. The Serpent of Navarra. Inquisition agents have uncovered a potential problem in the nation of Navarra. A Tevinter mage by the name of Varelius has recently been noted in the company of King Marcus, and rumors comment on how strange it is for a new advisor to be so closely heeded. There is evidence to indicate Varelius is a member of the Venatori. Having the Navarran king under their sway would give the cult a great deal of power and hinder the Inquisition's ability to operate in the north. Okay. Send an agent to eliminate the advisor as well as his supporters. We should tell King Marcus what his advisor truly is, and wait for this advisor to leave the capital, then send a force to ambush and capture him. Yeah, we'll do that.
Inquisitor.
Off you go, pal. Alright, everybody's on jobs again. And now we can go to the hinterlands.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god. His hat gets removed. Okay, this is our party arrangement. But wait a fucking minute. Hold on. Hang on. That's so weird. Okay, it's so strange without a hat. Okay. So if we put his normal hat on. Oh god, it's still off. Oh, I thought his hat would like defy all of the rules and stay on because it seemed a part of his character, but no. Okay. That's really weird. That is really strange. You can have this. Not customized, but that's fine. I'm deciding to bring an interesting arrangement of characters here. Damn it. I want Vivian in Cole's hat just to make her look silly. Okay, I've got Vivian, Cole, and Iron Bull because like I said, I think when we go into like main areas, I want to have like my team, but then when I'm doing like running around, doing some side questing stuff, it's an opportunity to have some potential banter between other characters, and I think that could be, I think that could be rather useful.
I don't have time.
So we're going to run around and check out some quests that we've got here. So we've got apostate caches. I guess I'll make that active for now because it's nearby. I'm not sure how relevant each and all of these quests are going to be, and like I've said, I will probably, now that we're out back into the world again doing quests, there might be a lot of sort of just cutting out busy work that doesn't really have anything substantial. Anything that's sort of repetitive, we can remove because it's just running around. But if there's obviously dialogue, if there's anything cool that happens, it'll be included. So we'll try and make it more of a better watching experience. I'll try my best for that. Hi-ya!
Warm clothes. Whittle can give these to the refugees.
Okay, so they do say things sometimes. I'm also going to try and not be sprinting as much in the fields, in the open world, because I think that is the game thinking that we are in combat, and therefore dialogue will not trigger. So we will have to, unfortunately, deal with some slower movement, but I believe that the payoff should be worth it, I suppose. There's not much you can do. I think for everything that you try and maybe improve in the game, there is a cost with that one.
Well, it shall be as you say.
We've got a quest around here, Shallow Breath, so we'll have an investigate into this. Something I noticed as well is going into our character menus. I've spec'd our characters appropriately, but it seems that we've entered a new era for our characters. They've all got specializations for themselves now. So we've got Iron Bull as the Reaver, where his combat style has honed his aggression and anger to a killing edge. He has learned to turn his own pain into a fury that makes him even deadlier when the fight gets bloody. And this is where their focus abilities are. So we've got Rampage. So this is pretty cool to see all of our characters' specializations and their abilities. We've got Knight Enchanter for Vivian. Whether it's high fashion or the battlefield, Vivian prefers to be at the forefront and in control of everything around her. She will personally see order restored by the blade if necessary. And Cole has Assassin as a spirit dedicated to mercy. Oh, he's a spirit of mercy? A spirit of mercy, I guess, is what he actually is. Does that line up? Spirit of mercy. Interesting. Cole is oddly suited to killing enemies with speed and precision. Because of that, he can eliminate targets too dangerous to face directly with strikes they never even notice. And then we've got our Inquisitor one, obviously, but I believe we'll get our other ones later. Okay, we're climbing up. Climbing on up.
I greet you. My name is Hindle.
Hindle, your mother can't breathe. Your father sent me here for potion.
What? She was fine. She hasn't had the breathing trouble in... All right, I can help. Here, I have some already made. Go, take it to her now.
Your father has brought me here for potion. Okay, where is that? Okay, that's over there. It's been like 6,000 years. Haven has fallen. I don't know if it's even relevant at this point. This person's probably died in real life with the amount of time that it's taken, but let's travel here real quick and we'll see. So I guess just up here.
Good to see you.
Would that right. That's why.
Please hurry.
Potion.
Here you go. The potion and instructions on how to make it.
Silas bless you. Or the Maker. Or whoever. It doesn't matter. Just thank you. I'll give it to her right away. If ever I can help the Inquisition, you have my word.
They were hurting and we helped. Their lives are better because of us.
Thank you. And blessings upon the Inquisition.
Okay, so helping people out, obviously Cole is going to approve of that,
It's just what I heard.
which makes a lot of sense. Oh, I can do a memory of the grey out here. I feel like I should have Blackwall with me whenever I'm doing that, because I'm assuming that you would get approval off screen, but I can't remember if he has any dialogue or whether he actually says anything. That's the important thing.
Maker's breath. If I were back in the city, I could just steal some blankets.
I found some of the apostate's supply stores. I can mark the locations for you.
I'll get out there myself with a few men and pick them up. This will keep a lot more refugees alive next time it snows. I appreciate it.
I'm glad we helped them.
So I wonder if you only get approval or disapproval based on the people that you actually have in your party for certain quests like this. So I've completed that quest. No party banter, just walking through the whole thing. I do have it on the timer of like 3 to 7 minutes, and I haven't ran with this party arrangement before, so they should be able to have plenty to talk about, unless they're just socially awkward and they just have nothing to say to each other. Notice that when we help people, Vivian does not give a fuck. Cole and Ironball approve, but Vivian does not care about helping the little people at all. Because it doesn't matter to her larger goals. But, yes. Vivian, darling, why do we help the little people, darling? I do not care. Do not care about them, darling. They are so distracting from my riches. A Spirit in the Lake and the Ballad of Lord Woolsey might be interesting ones to take a look at. So let's travel to the Upper Lake camp.
You know, Viv, you're not bad with that stuff.
You will address me as Enchanter Vivienne, court mage to the Empire of Orlais, or Madame de Fer, not Viv.
Oh, right, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am works as well.
Okay. We got some dialogue, guys. We got some party banter, which was, hey, what's up? Gonna give you a compliment. How dare you talk to me, gutter trash? Who will address me by my full titles, or else? Very good. That was a very, very good party banter there. Hey, at least we've got some. Alright, place Blood Lotus in the lake. Oh, they actually are gonna give me the sword in the lake myth. Okay. The sword out of the lake. Okay. Warlord, Greatsword, and a Belt of Urgency. Cool. The wearer of this belt gains a small boost to attack speed when below 50% health. Okay. Is it a Greatsword's two-handed weapons, I believe? Oh yes, that's Strong Broadsword. Warlord, Greatsword. Ironball is rocking the Bull's Edge. It is two-handed. +5 strength, increase maximum stamina by 10, or we can give him the Gift of the Mountain Father, which is probably what we are going to give him. You can have that, because we gave that to Blackwall initially, obviously, but now you can have it. So we'll upgrade you with that. But accessories-wise, I'll give you the Belt of Urgency. We're going to give the Tactician's Renewal to Sarah, I believe, so we can put her back in archery. Do that at a later date. Okay, I got some cool loot, and now we've got the Ballad of Lord Woolsey. Young man is distraught that his family's special ram has wandered off. Oh, right, the ram. Alright, let's take a look, shall we? We got some Red Templars hanging around. Is that Red Lyrium? Yeah, damn. They'd be carting that stuff around. Oh, I've completely gone past... Hang on. Completely gone past this. I want to take Cole with every single character because I want to know what Cole has to say about each and every one of them. If they let him in to their minds, I guess. Alright, where are you? I hear noise. Oh, it's got to be one of you then. We're just supposed to just know which one it is? Well, they're running away. Oh, hang on, that one looks unique. That one looks like a whole different color. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, it's like electrically charged? What's going on with that? We're attacking Templars, and Vivian is off just like hunting wild animals. Alright, where did you go?
Can't hurt me.
Just be careful who you... Why? No, no, no! Guys! Lord Wolseley was a rage demon? Lord Wolsey was a rage demon? A letter found on a corpse. She told us, right and proper, son, 3 times around the crown statue, right hand close enough to brush the stone itself, and the spirits will listen. Everything else has been done. We slipped a silver to the chantry to save grandfather's body from the burning, and he's buried close by. 3 times around, always turning right, the spirits will bring him back to us. Go now and don't be afraid. Oh. Weird. Okay. Well, the quest is gone, so do we go back to Redcliffe? There's no quest, though. Do we go back to Redcliffe? And, find the guy and go, hey, Lord Wolseley was a goddamn rage demon.
Should we look around?
Gotta see if we can get this door open now that I've got a rogue with me here instead of all my mages. Deft hands, fine tools, but of course. That's right. Next Inquisition perk we have is going straight to... It's going straight into that.
I have to learn how to defend myself against demons attacking me in my dreams.
It's coming in now.
Very silly.
Countless bodies lying butchered on the side of the road.
No, I think Wolsey was up over here. The person, anyway. This guy. Huh. Nothing to say. Do we get tricked, or is it just like a haha funny? You can't even talk to this person about it. Be like, hey, by the way, demon. Must have been like a lovely practical joke. How funny is that? They were like, haha, just a little bit of demonic possession for fun. Okay. That's cool. In that case, I suppose we will head to playing with fire, because this one came up. Something about hugging a statue real close to the right-hand side. See if anything of value happens when we actually do it, though. Alright, we got our statue. We've also got a landmark attached to it. Saga of Tierda, bright axe of our mother, the 3rd stanza. Honey-tongued was Theln to Tierda, gifts of gold and steel to start. Wanted Tierda's men for warriors, stolen tribe from stolen heart. Cold her tribe, the gold hand counselled, lean from winter's wind knife chill. Be my bride and cross the waking, eat the gilded city's fill. Tierda bright axe fraught with fury, crystal axe head stirred to blaze. Heeded well her leaf-eared lover, unabashed by lustful gaze. None shall break my tribe apart, not with demon words that kill. Fear my fury's fiery rays, dream words lie, their thirst unslaking. Once we have like the full thing, I guess we'll read it in order, I suppose, because you get all the things. Oh my god, there's a bear. Okay, so we gotta like hug it going around the right-hand side 3 times. Wow, Vivian, you're positively glowing, my dear. Okay. Go around the right-hand side, hugging the thing, I think it said. So we gotta like go around it, and then I guess there's a grave there. We're in battle though. Can you guys leave me alone? I'm running around a statue. I don't know if it works, maybe if you're not in combat. Okay. Guys, mind leaving us be? I am running around a thing. Oh, here we go. It worked. It worked! Playing with fire, defeat the demon. It actually worked. God damn. Okay. Enhanced build of spirit resistance. There you go. That was pretty cool. We summoned a demon. Isn't that so much fun? Since the Seeker's strange absence, some of their high-profile cases have been left unchecked. Help Cassandra hunt targets down. Flowers for Senna. Oh yeah, that's the elderly widower visiting his wife's shrine. Memories of the Grey. One less Venatori. Return policy. God, there's just so many things. Master of Horses. Horsemaster Dennett may be able to provide horses for the Inquisition. He just needs to be convinced. We should probably go get some horses, shouldn't we? And there's also a camp up there. Perhaps I'll curve around. We'll go through here and then we'll go there. Let's go to this campsite. And I think that's where we're going to rest up for this episode. And then we will progress more with our hinterlands next time.
Defense is up ahead. Somebody's ready for a fight.
Ooh, hello. Straight into a fight? Okay, straight into it. I didn't know if there was going to be a cutscene. I just used my spells to murder that fucking animal instead of actual enemies. I love that.
Someone help!
Ouch. We are getting absolutely mopped up. That's fun. Look at these big boys. We got this, team. You can do this. I believe in you. They hit hard, but you can hit harder. That was close. Come on, guys. You got heals. You can do it. Wow. Okay. Was this anything to do? This was not even anything to do on the map. Okay. Interesting. Orders. Letter on a bandit in the hinterlands. The patrol pattern is not negotiable. Upon any encounter resulting in injuries, mark trail and withdraw to the villa. We must remain in fighting condition to apply appropriate force. Keep refugees clear from the area. Okay. You know, there's still an enemy apparently. Showing as a red dot, but I ain't seeing nothing. Oh, it's a bear. Sorry, it's just another bear. He's just like, oh, thanks for clearing out those people. Now I can go and get my honey in the woods. Thank you so much. Turns out that's actually a druid. Not me, just a unassuming bear. Walking into the woods, eh?
Hungry, cold, thirsty, tired, too much, all of them. I want to do more.
Okay. It's just me, an unassuming bear. Boo boo, don't attack me, I'll be forced to attack you. Okay. This is where we find out if it's a druid or not. Guys, it was just a normal bear, okay? It was a joke. Okay, Cole is responding to something around this way. I hear screaming. In this direction? In this direction. Nope, in the other direction. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? Yo. Assassino! Assassino! Prowler! Oh god. Goodbye. What the hell? Prowler. Let's have a look at that. Dude, that's so brutal. Blech. That's so brutal. When faced directly, an opponent wearing only light armor and wielding only short blades is a little challenge to a trained chevalier. However, not all fights are duels. If you assume that your enemy shares your values, you will die. The only rule most warriors agree upon is that it is better not to die, and a Grey Warden or an Emperor's bodyguard may contest even that accepted wisdom. A skirmisher will strike by surprise, relying on allies to draw your attention. In a great battle with many troops on each side, you must assume that the enemy has such skirmishers in its ranks. When fighting in formation, you have no excuse to break your guard and pursue a perceived advantage. Doing so will leave you or those depending upon you unguarded. When fighting alone, you must avoid strikes that would weaken your guard. Once you know such an enemy opposes you, be vigilant and remember that you wear more armor than he does. He will hide. Do not enter the shadows where he is strongest to pursue him. He will harass you at range. Do not take the bait he offers. A chevalier deserves a better death than a poisoned dagger in his unprotected armpit, and as such is the death of those who grow impatient while chasing enemies they deem beneath their honor. Be calm, be methodical, and wait for your opponent to yield to the fear of your blade and shield. When he does, he will convince himself that he can attack you directly, that his blades are fast enough to slip past your shield, then he will move, and then you may kill him. An excerpt from A Meditation Upon the Use of Blades by Swordmaster Massage de Gionien, required reading at the Académie des Chevaliers. And as usual, perfect French. Perfect Orlesian, as usual. So absolutely flawless. The Mercenary Fortress. Mercenaries are stirring unrest in the hinterlands. Okay, so that's what we're pushing forward to do. Let's head off to the right so we can get to this camp. Looks to me like there's some enemies in here. They might mop me up though, so I need to try and go around them so we can rest at this camp first. Just to be safe. And then we'll... I'm getting curious. We'll poke our nose into this mess before we end today's episode. We'll see what happens. End the Mercenary Fortress. Okay. Now we're going to go up here. Lovely. Almost there. Trying not to sprint is hard because I'm like, maybe we'll get some. Maybe we have some dialogue. Alright, there's our campsite.
Shall we make camp or move on?
Camp established. Okay, supplies replenished. Run away from the requisitions officer quickly. And then, why is there? Excuse me. Too much. Now, we've got Memories of the Grey, Flowers for Senna, and Unfinished Business with a landmark. I reckon we'll just push through into the Mercenary Fortress, and we'll fast travel to this camp, and we'll check out the other things next time. Because there is a lot to do in the hinterlands. Weird atmosphere over here. Okay. What is that? Okay. Is there something for us to discover? There's like the weird ringing noise and then it just disappeared. Are we falling for the bait of the assassins again?
Say goodnight.
We all just collectively get squished. Okay, very spooky down this way. And we're heading towards a rift instead of going towards the mercenary fortress. So many bears. We got a cave. Looks like it could be inside this cave. I'm gonna try and sidestep these bears. As much as my team seems to hate it. They're getting mopped up by those bears. Come on, guys. Leave battle. Come to me. We've got a mercenary fortress over here to take on. Look at this. Oh, wow. Oh, I think the sound... Oh, that sound effect is Iron Bull's ability. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. It was not a mysterious thing, it was just Iron Bull.
Not bandits. They want to hurt people. We can stop them.
Oh, they're getting attacked by bears now. These dudes pack a punch. It doesn't help that we've got bears just constantly coming in. Like, why are there so many bears around here? I've stumbled into... We're going to drive the bears extinct at this point. The bears are migrating at the moment. Just in a very inconvenient location. Alright. This is one hell of a fortress. We've got an ocularum up here. Grand Forest Villa. 20 out of 29 regions discovered in just the hinterlands. Grand Forest Villa. That the lush and beautiful Grand Forest Villa is so far from Redcliffe Castle seems odd only until one learns the history behind its construction. More than an age before the Orlesian occupation of Ferelden, Jarl Jason Guerin ordered its construction to serve as comfortable living quarters for his close friend, famed singer and swordsman Sir Coram the Bard. Alessa Margaret, Jason's wife, evidently understood and supported her husband's relationship with Coram, only stipulating that the Bard not live at the castle to avoid any public scandal. Jarl Jason's Ride was a popular tavern song for many years, jokingly honouring the Jarl's attempts to return from the villa before the sun rose. Sir Coram lived happily there until his death in bed at the age of 90, several years after the death of Jarl Jason himself. The aged Alessa Margaret ordered Coram's body burned with full honours in a hunting cloak that belonged to the Jarl. After Sir Coram's death, the villa was used by the Jarl's family for guests and as a summer home for younger family members. It was abandoned during the chaos of the Fifth Blight. Excerpt from Living Redcliffe. Interesting. For his close friend. And the wife was like, we will allow it. I'll allow you to have a special close friend. 5 feet apart, though. Alright. Let's have a look. Where are the shards? Magical shards, where are you? That thing that's going to take me forever to figure out and find in every region of the game. Okay, one more. Let's try and see how close it is to us. Is there one like right over here somewhere? I hate this, thank you. Shards added. Adding more things to the map is always a very exciting and happy thing. I love doing that. Okay. I love how overwhelmed I am at how many things are in this game. Get him! Get him! I feel like I need my main crew for this as well. We're getting mopped up. Even Iron Bull's just getting cleaned up. We're doing okay. But we're definitely going through our resources. My characters that have the best equipment are not here. Cole's daggers are good. I think Vivian's my weakest link in terms of straight damage output. I think Solus is what I need in that regard. Oh my god, they're big boys. Don't come for me. This is probably my fault as to not giving Iron Bull anything to do with taunting for my warrior, so he's not actually taking the attention from anyone. He's just running in there and going, "Look at my nipples!" And it's not really working, unfortunately.
Let's go!
Oh my god. It keeps going. You guys will be fine without me, right? It's 3v1. You'll be fine. I'm still climbing. I'll be with you guys in a moment. I'm assuming the objective might be to just cleanse the mercenaries, kill them all. I don't know if we're gonna be...
Little guy, Cole.
Do you wish you were faster, the Iron Bull?
Nah, just as soon stand there and let them come to me when they're ready to die.
Then it's them, not you. You don't want to kill, you want to defend.
Hey, don't go around saying crap like that. I like killing.
But you give them a chance. You make them choose, so it's their fault.
Just... Come on, kid. You're making it weird.
That's good. I like that. Yay, Cole said something. I like that he calls him the Iron Bull. He's like, the Iron Bull. Now we just need Cole to talk with Vivian, see how that goes. I love how beautiful this area is, though. Thief stole something important from a fortress to the west. A threatening note found on the thief's body suggests that whoever he stole it from would want it back. So the mercenary fortress pops up and then it just disappears. So I'm not sure. I guess it's not really tied to a quest. It's more just like pointing out a location for us to go to, and then we can kind of explore the area, I suppose, and get cool loot or something. I'm not sure. I'm still adjusting to like how open and massive this game is, I suppose, because my exposure to it has been a little bit of running around, doing stuff like this, but we've kind of mostly gone from area to area, and then done a lot of actual proper quests. So I guess I ran here expecting there to be something, but then there just wasn't. It was just kind of enemies for us to fight, I suppose. Got some people down here. There is an exclamation mark, so... Oh, there's a big one there. You got this, bull. Ooh, yes, I got some masterwork gear though. It's got masterwork Vanguard armor. So that is warriors only. Oh, that looks great on you, bud. Look at that. And he's got his original nipples back. Heal bonus, maximum health, melee defense, maximum stamina. Yeah, look at that. There you go, bud. We'll give that to you for now. Because you're with us. He's out of the DLC gear. And I get a key to the city. The Valamar key. This key was found alongside a letter on a desk in the hinterlands. A letter from the Carter. We hired your mercenary organization to facilitate this business venture, not add complications. In order for the Carter to extract the products without attracting undue attention, the area must be free from observation. I thought it was undue attention, like D-U-E. If the fighting between the apostate mages and the renegade Templars is insufficient, your efforts were to dissuade refugees from exploring the area and interfering with our operation. We are meeting at our primary base of operations in Valamar to determine the next course of action. At your earliest convenience, send representatives to the location marked to explain the situation and obtain your instructions. Time for us to become representatives. Seek out and eliminate the Carter leader in Valamar. Okay. The plot thickens. Cool. There was story stuff. You just have to go to exclamation points and pay attention to that. I like that we can sort of discover new story and quest points that aren't directly given to us. That makes exploring the open world quite fun. An unsigned letter. Whoever the Red Templars are, they have become very interested in the area. Their appearance suggests a familiarity with a product that cannot be coincidence. Focus efforts on eliminating them, ideally in such a way as to place blame on the growing Inquisition forces in the area. If we can get the two groups to kill each other, that should be less work for all of us. Nice. Okay. Very good stuff. With that in mind, now that we've done that, and there is more of an update to what we can do with the mercenary group, we'll bring this episode of Dragon Age Inquisition to a close. Thank you so much for joining me today. We did some more Skyhold stuff, and we're back out into the open world, so we'll complete some more hinterland stuff next time. There's a lot here to do. There is a lot, so we might like do it in chunks. Like I'll come here, do some more quests, get ourselves a horse, and then maybe we'll go to some other places. It's kind of challenging, I guess, because you can see just how bogged down you can get in side content. And I'm enjoying exploring, and I'm enjoying finding these new quests to do. But I guess I just need to like pace it appropriately with then like doing side quests and exploring for a while, and then doing the main quest, and then going back to Skyhold to check on everything, and juggling this. It seems quite substantial. It is kind of like doing a Let's Play for like a single player MMO, I guess. We'll have to see how long I can keep at it before I might even need to take a break from the game and then come back later. Like I can feel like this is going to be such a massive, substantial undertaking that the possibility of taking breaks and then coming back as to avoid burnout might be appropriate, because it's quite different when people can like pick up a game, play it, and then they'll take a break and play it later, instead of, you know, when you're doing it with a Let's Play, it's kind of different because you're like locked in and committed to the thing. So we'll see how we go. We will see how we go. But thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Dragon Age Inquisition, and I'll see you next time.